Welcome to the Smart Men Under God Guidance channel, SMUG, where we explore and look at breakthrough innovative technology that will change and reorganize the world we live in and the companies and men behind these endeavors. Protocols and procedures are only as useful as how they serve us to achieve the most favorable outcome. The death of Donna Donaldson and the 846 missing persons, JCF, protocol and procedure require immediate revision. Protocols and procedures are only as useful as how they serve us to achieve the most favorable outcome based on circumstances surrounding an event and will allow us to frame our objectives in the most efficient and effective ways. George O. Smith. Policies and procedures cannot be static. They must evolve in tandem with technological advancements and innovation in order to reflect the values of the institutions and the people they serve. In light of Donna Donaldson's death and the growing list of missing people, which now stands at 846 at the time of writing, the JCF missing person protocol and procedures are woefully inadequate and require immediate revision. Social media influence on crime. With the advent of social media, everything we do today is affected by it in some way, shape, or form. I give notice to the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, and all the government services institutions that have not yet formulated their public policies and procedures to fit this new paradigm shift in our social, digital revolution. This is in response to Deputy Commissioner of Police, DCP, Bailey saying he was satisfied with how the missing person protocol was handled. However, I find this alarming, and I know that other well-informed, pragmatic Jamaicans are not satisfied with the DSP's confidence in a system that has over 846 missing persons to date and the gaps exposed in the Donna case, which should have been resolved within the first 48 hours. At the same time, onlookers in the digital social space believe that their handling was woefully inadequate. As a result of the time log and the proactive steps that could have been taken with the revised protocol, crucial evidence that could have been gathered has now been lost. The department did nothing in the first 48 hours after the person's reported disappearance except take a statement, which would typically be the case in a missing person case. This immediately raised a red flag for me when I realized all missing person cases by the JCF are handled in the same manner, following the same procedures. No wonder there have been more than 846 missing person cases so far this year. This protocol needs to be changed immediately and must fit the circumstances of the case. What need to be changed? Suppose the immediate location of the missing person is known, for instance, point of departure or intended destination, and that location or environment can be identified as a possible crime scene based on said statements collected, and there is reason to believe that the environment may have been hostile, and where no more than 48 hours have passed, then the protocol should treat this as an active investigation, and deploy police immediately to the last known location where a statement should be collected from the individual who last had contact with the person pending their corporation. If they fail to cooperate or there is an inconsistency in their statement where the investigators believe the person is being coy in their account, then an immediate determination must be made on how they are treated as the investigation progresses. We are not the only country with social media challenges. The reality is that social media has become the new street corners, bars, restaurants, barbershops, social circles, and hair salons where people will converge in having their grievances, concerns, and political views aired and are expecting matters to be addressed, comparable with the speed of how information travels on social media, and our old systems of addressing these social issues need to be revamped to fit in our new social media dynamics. And as the DPP rightly says, that procedures of the court that rely on evidence to be collected in a particular manner cannot be replaced by social media, we are of the expectation that social media will help shape how the courts realign procedures and practices to take advantage of social media in providing better service. What is the conundrum taking place in social media space? The new social media environment takes away the narrative control from the institutions, and vloggers and bloggers are feasting in this vacuum of lack of timely information while spreading their versions, misinformation, disinformation, hearsays, and conspiracies. Hence the failure of the authorities and institutions to get ahead of the situation will lead to an atmosphere of chaos, misinformation, disinformation, mistrust, and damage credibility of an already waning one. Should we be looking on changing of the guard? DSP Bailey's comment is troubling, and if he is satisfied with how the 846 missing persons have been handled, he has outlived his usefulness to the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaican people. I am George O. Smith. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, so I can bring you more innovative technology breakthroughs.